Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Firewood Doctor. Not doing a whole lot today. I moved the splitter and then I bumped it with the truck, and now I'd have to put the hitch back in and move it. That's the one problem with the type of splitter I got. The Wolfridge 28C weighs like, with the options, weighs like 1,500 pounds, so a little hard to move over a dip, but it's more than a dip. It's more like a trench, and then I have a small hill of debris to get over. I think that's a log trench right there where the skid log was under the pile that was here. A few other issues that have come up is efficiently getting wood into the truck. The woodyard trailer is a piece of junk. Axle's bent, but it's getting these heights to match up without the splitter being, nose high, too high on this end, relative for the oiling ability of the motor and the hydraulics and all that. So yeah, that's an issue. So I'm gonna have to walk a ways to get wood, so I'm gonna mostly grab from here, put it on the log lift so I could really shove this splitter back into the pile the next time I split. Another issue I have is highway towability. I want highway towable, but not necessary. For the price of what I could get a trailer for to put this on, I could upgrade to the 35HO over and above what this one cost. So then another one is ease of making bundle wood. No splitter is a master of all trades. This one is almost as good as you can get for one and done splitting. There are very few splitters out there that could compete with this one for one pass through the wedge. So I can take the 4-way off and do bundle wood with the single wedge to get the pretty stuff. I mean, it works great. Almost no debris. This is almost all bark down here. There's a few shavings, but most of it is, over half of it's bark falling off from the EAB killed ash. But here's the problem: is when I split through this wedge, I have to sandwich split it. Move the one piece out of the way, put it on the log lift, and then keep doing that. Whereas with the vertical, I could just hold on to the round, move it from one side to the other, and just go psh, 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 with the foot hitting the pedal and just moving around with my free hands. So it'd be nice to be able to afford 2 splitters, but I'm looking at 1 splitter to do all things. So yeah, that ain't gonna happen. You're gonna need 2 splitters to do everything perfect. So I'm looking at possibly a 35HO for the highway towing, and then get a separate conveyor, so when I do get tree service wood in there, I could just put down a pile of pallets and fire up the conveyor and just split it and let it sit in a pile on top of the pallets and be done with it. No stacking, no nothing, just peel off splits off the pile as I need them, when I go to sell it or build bins, which would be a little better use of space. I'm not sure what to do with the splitter options, because this is one hell of a splitter. To keep the abuse down, even at 50-mile-an-hour towing, I pushed it to 60 quite a bit on smooth roads, is worried about bouncing the poor splitter to death. So 35HO is the best compromise between what I want and what I need. What I need is just this splitter. What I want is 35H SHO. No, that ain't gonna happen. I don't have the volume needed for 1. 2, it's pretty expensive. The 35 HO is the best compromise for the mobile splitting jobs, because I want to do more mobile splitting than this, because I'm looking at 20 cord of wood of you know, for sales, and then, you know, that'd be truckload and tree service wood. What I want to do is, when a tree service stump comes in, get it processed, cut, split, stacked in a day. That's cooler weather. Right now it's like probably like 75 degrees and humid as heck. We got rain coming in about 3-ish hours, so I don't have a whole lot of time. So fire up the splitter for a little bit, then kick it into high gear, and see how much wood I can get split and restock, because I have a 4-foot rack, an 8-foot rack, and all 4 $20 racks to fill. So we'll see how far I get. But with the truck in the right position, I could just let all the wood push right into it, and that'll save me a lot of time chucking it. And that's the other thing, is when I split to go stock or stack, I usually have to chuck it over the edge of this, but today it just happened to work out where that's going to be no problem. I could just keep pushing into the truck. So let's get splitting. Another problem came up that I forgot about or didn't think of is when this wood piles up enough in the truck, it doesn't push it in anymore and it piles up, so I could either stop and go stack, which cuts into production for that segment, or I, chuck all that up in there and then just keep splitting. But yeah, you could barely do a log lift full, or not even, and I'm back to pieces falling off. I'll show you on this side a few that fell off. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good pieces of firewood right there that fell off. Now I got to bend over and pick that up. So I'm thinking of all options. A conveyor would solve pretty much all of them except for mobile splitting jobs. It would be a reduced debris, easier debris control. Oh, there's 6 pieces down. There's a debris control, because then I could just sweep all the bark into a wheelbarrow right away, and then I could have a little fire going and then just go dump it in the fire right away instead of raking it up on a major cleanup day and then waste all day burning. I could be burning while I'm splitting if I had the vertical, so it's not about how much production, it's how much time it can save, and that leads to production. My biggest time killer is cleaning up the splitting debris. So if I could control that, I'd save several days a year on just cleaning up, because sometimes in my back, it's all I could take as I load up the truck, haul it home to burn it, and I spend all day doing that. One shovelful at a time. It's going to take at least half a day to burn that up, slowly, in a controlled manner. But if I have the vertical, I could be burning while I'm splitting, have a little campfire going in my squared ring over there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is vertical. It solves everything, but it's not good at one and done, but it makes up for it in all other areas. Then I could use the conveyor to put it right into the truck. The Wolfridge 7T VSC, I could slew it, so I could load the front of the truck, the middle and the back, or the front and the back, depending on how it swings, how much movement is at the end of it, how I have it set up. That's what I'm thinking of is the best option. Then I can highway tow it, but I'm limited to a length unless I special order, longer one. The difference between HO and a conveyor is going to be I'm doing the math here. Above and beyond what I paid for this one with the conveyor, let's see, it's going to be $8,500 for the conveyor, say $13 for the HO with taillight options. Oil cooler, if I get that, it's another $700. So yeah, so we're looking at quite a bit more. We're looking at just splitter alone close to let's see, it's around $12,750 or $12,500, something like that. I'm trying to think. Oh no, $12,750. Add oil cooler and taillights, say another $1,000. Yeah, it's going to be $2,000 more than this, basically. Then add the conveyor, you're looking at 21 something, or versus the VSC, it's like 16. Now I could either solve all of them in one shot, almost all of them. The VSC isn't perfect because then I can't do the one and done. On the mobile jobs, I have to do a lot of resplit, but it makes up for it in speed, efficiency, and all that. So, let me know what you think, folks, of all the issues I've thrown at you today. There's a bunch of them, from splitting debris to moving the wood from here to wherever it's going to get stacked, either in the rack, because this ash is 75% ready to burn. stack it in the racks, moving it from here, because I'd like the process here and then use all of that area for stacking. So just let me know what you think. I got, you know, I want to do bundle wood, I want to do barbecue wood, I want to do campfire wood, mobile splitting jobs. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What would be a good course of action? You know, combination of steps, one machine, you know, at a time, multiple machines. Yeah, 2 splitters would be nuts. So I'm thinking a VSC would be the best compromise for one machine to do it all. It's going to be excellent at splitting debris control. A cost between that and a conveyor. I could convert a farm conveyor, but that's hit and miss, you know, with quality on those. You know, it's got the debris control, it's got the conveyor control, you know, for loading up the trucks. It's highway towable. It's not going to beat the machine to death. So yeah, there's quite a bit to consider. So until next time, folks, take care, get out there, do something, have fun doing it.